The world's wealthiest and most dangerous drug trafficker has been arrested in Mexico. Now, questions are being raised about just how lucrative and expansive Joaquin El Chapo Guzman's empire really is. We've got CCTV's Fran Contreras joining us live now from Mexico City with all of those juicy details. Frank?
Thanks, Jessica. That's right. You know, this story is making headlines not just here in Mexico and across Latin America, but all over the world. Now, this is not just a news story. Of course, it's a major business story, too. That's because drug trafficking is illegal, but yet is extremely lucrative. The Sinaloa drug trafficking organization, which Joaquin El Chapo Guzman led up until just a few days ago, was making billions of dollars a year selling illegal drugs, cocaine, methamphetamines, marijuana, and even heroin to countries all across the globe. It ran a few legal businesses and, of course, had countless properties. This is one of the many houses belonging to the world's most wealthy criminal. It's located in the capital of Sinaloa state, Culiacan. Interpol is still uncertain as to just how many properties Joaquin El Chapo Guzman owns. This one includes an underground tunnel, which Guzman used to escape from police last week and make his way to the resort city of Mazatlan, where he was arrested on Saturday. He was captured after making a call on his satellite telephone to another member of the Sinaloa cartel. These luxury vehicles were seized along with the kingpin. In 2001, he escaped from a maximum security prison in western Mexico. Now that he's been arrested again, officials are investigating the extent to which his criminal riches have penetrated the legitimate economies of 54 nations where he's been operating. Experts who track global money laundering say in specific parts of Mexico, the federal government is simply absent and lacks special investigative units to track illegal funds. Crime investigators say Guzman's enormous illegal profits were laundered through a series of companies, including many in Mexico's tourism, mining, and construction industries.
And you trust.
A global expert on money laundering says Mexico will have a difficult time tracking down Guzman's illegal profits because the country lacks economic investigative units that mine data and public registries to locate Guzman's properties.
No one is covering that. And there you will find lots of names of politicians engaged in business with very shady people within the criminal domain. So that is a state vacuum that needs to be covered immediately.
Jessica, experts here in Mexico tell CCTV that the Sinaloa drug trafficking organization is run like a massive corporation. Pretty much the only thing it's lacking is a logo. It has a board of directors. They decide what sort of strategies, sales strategies, distribution strategies, and even counterfeiting strategies the organization will use. And up until Saturday, its CEO was Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Jessica.
And Frank, this cartel corporation was in something like 54 countries. How did it spread so far so fast?
54 nations, imagine that. That means pretty much every continent in the world. This is unprecedented in some ways. You hear comparisons to Al Capone. Well, remember, back in that time, Al Capone didn't have that sort of reach. Here we see a drug trafficking organization that is selling heroin to people in all of the European nations. Money is being laundered in Spain. Drugs are being sold in Russia, as far away as Indonesia, Australia. It's because it's so lucrative. And of course, accomplices all across the country, all across the world, including, we're told by experts here, that politicians are involved, that are allowing the drug trafficking organizations to move this sort of illegal goods at this scale, Jessica.